part that I get nervous for at this time in the morning. Good old morning routine, nothing has changed, and to be honest with you guys, genuinely think I'm just going to be keeping this in all the way throughout the off-season phase. Health purposes, yes, but the routine, I love getting up super early now. I absolutely love, never thought I would say that in my life, but genuinely incredible. So we got my steps done, got my Stairmaster cardio done, now doing some stretching because as you guys know, back in 2022 when I had that really bad disc slip, disc bulge, really bad injury, the stretching has remained a massive priority. So definitely keeping that in pretty much for the rest of my life now. Ab work done as well, got some planks done, finished off with even more water because you need to drink, guys, and that was that. No, one thing, I can only apologise for the start of this video because I actually think the lighting in every single shot has been absolutely horrendous, and I've now decided to park at Tesco right in front of the sun that is literally beating on me so hard right now, and to be honest with you, it's probably ruined this shot as well. However, do you know something? I don't care because I've just turned up at Tesco. This is going to be my first time in Tesco this off season. This is going to be my first time in Tesco after prep, and this is going to be the time that I go into fucking Tesco and I pick up my turkey rashers for the first time in almost 9 months, which, you know, I actually feel fucking emotional. But I'm not going to spend too much time in here, right? Because I just want to go and quickly pick up the essentials, especially for today's full day of eating. Then what we'll do is we'll bring a full shopping trip to the channel. So we'll do a full off-season shop and we'll bring it to the channel for you guys so you can see exactly what we pick up every kind of few days anyway, because I'm not a weekly shopper. I'm an every few days shopper. However, if we can try and work it around and do a big shop, you can see what I get. I'll show you what I get today anyway, regardless. But we're mainly just going in for bagels, turkey rashers, eggs, because that's going to be the staple. I've really been craving, right? This is, I don't know if this is weird or not, but I've really been craving steak, rice, Peronaise inside a wrap. As you guys know, the sweet chili chicken wraps, they will be making a return. The bagels and chicken will be making a return. However, I've somehow just started really craving so much steak. And something just went through my head one night and I was like, oh my fucking God, steak, rice. Sarah mentioned the Peronaise, which took it to another level, but steak, rice, Peronaise inside a wrap just sounds like fucking heaven. So I'm going to quickly go in here, pick up what I need, and I'll catch up with you guys when we get home. The best wraps in the motherfucking game. Nobody called me out on these ones. Wheat and white wraps. So just a little bit in the middle because we've got to obviously still be healthy here. So we're getting the wheat in there, we're getting the micronutrients in there, but these are an absolute game changer. And on the plus side, everything I've got today, guys, club card. Cheapest chips. The daddy of all daddies, the Belgian white chocolate and honeycomb cookies. As you guys know, these are always the off-season staples. However, as much as they would go in a treat right now, and as much as I should push myself to have them, right? I should. At the end of the day, like, there's nothing wrong with me not having them. I'm going to do a little rundown in this video of why I'm not going to get them right now. But it's one of them things, guys, we're going to leave them for right now. We're going to leave them for right now. Nutella for the wife, of course. Her daily diet. I've always been that one person that's screwed my face up at beef jerky anytime I've ever seen it and thought it just tastes like, I mean, to be fair, I've never really been able to have an opinion on it because I've just been that one person that's been like, I'm never going to eat that ever in my life. However, tried it for the first time in Munich the other day. We found it in like a very, very, very posh shop, and genuinely, like, I was so surprised at how easy I ate it. Obviously just coming off prep, yeah, but I genuinely loved it. And really easy snack, like per 30 grams or per like 60 grams of this, which to be fair is like one packet, you're getting like 25-30 grams protein, which at the end of the day, especially for traveling, like you often see it in airports, absolutely mega. But I'm just gonna chuck a couple of packets in for a little snack here and there if I need it. Also been another big craver for me on prep, which to be fair, I'm not gonna eat that much of them. I just want to be able to kind of satisfy that craving. They're not bad. Like yogurt coated rice cakes are not fucking bad, but this is what I need to do a little bit of a clip on for you guys, just so you know where my mindset's at. But We're gonna stick them in anyway because I need to learn that these actually aren't gonna kill me. That's not even good because that's not focusing. They're not gonna ruin my physique, they're not just gonna get me fat, but it's one of them things. So yeah, big prep craving here. Don't know why, don't even want to know why, but they're going in. If you know, you know. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Welcome to this first initial full day of eating of the off season. We're kicking things off. Meal number one, nothing's changed apart from what is on the pancake. So we've got 150 grams of oats in here. We've got 60 grams of AGF, and we have got the finest and best, what you've told me is the best, most rated.
Yeah, it's meant to be.
White chocolate, yeah. Belgian white chocolate?
No, not Belgium.
Just white.
Must be German.
So it's the best white chocolate in Germany.
It was one of the best, yeah, it was meant to be, yes.
And we've got 30 grams of the best white chocolate sprinkled all over this, heated up. Oh, honestly, like, this over pancakes is just going to be 10/10s on top of the pancakes already being 10/10s. So now I'm going to actually start progressively putting a little bit of extras on my pancakes just to be able to enjoy them that little bit more. But at the same time, it's a case of knowing that I'm not going absolutely bonkers and knowing that I'm not putting a full bar of chocolate over them. However, this will be meal number one for today for the off season. We're kicking things off nice and well. Already been in, done the shopping, already been in, done my cardio, done my steps. So I've earned this. Also done a little bit of work there as well. But aside from that, we'll take you through the full first main day of the off season, full day of eating. It's time to grow. It's time to have me wisening up and eating what I need to eat and eating enough, doing enough. But we'll leave that one there because I'm starving and I'm absolutely buzzing for these. But as always, guys, please do not forget to drop this video a like if you can. We're going to be dropping content left, right and centre because now we're in the off season. Now we've got that little bit more energy. Not that I dropped off, but we've got that little bit more energy, so there's no excuses to keep pumping it out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's grow as much as we possibly can. We've set the long term, aka hopefully maybe the next 6 months if possible, 20,000 subscribers. I think that would be really fucking cool. So please do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you can. And let's go on with this full day of eating. Sarah's just reminded me, this white chocolate has got little crispy, is it like crispy biscuit bits in it?
No,
crispy?
It's like re-puffed Rice Krispies.
Oh, the crispy bits, did you hear that cringe? Oh. The sticky toffee AGF and that white chocolate crunch. I would honestly, I want to say to you right now, try this. Like, I really want you to try this. But honestly, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to put a little bit on your pancakes.
Deal.
I've never had anything like it. I've never had anything like it.
So glad I bought this car. Really, really pleased with it. I haven't been living with it every day, so I've been jumping.
Meal number one, just as usual, was took up a notch today because of that white chocolate, but went in a treat, went in super easy. Obviously my appetite right now is through the roof, but it's good because it's controllable, and that's definitely something that I've done a really good job at developing the skill of over the course of the years that I've been competing, dieting, off season, dieting, you get the script. But meal number one just went in a treat right there. I am absolutely, of course, looking forward to meal number two. I'll let you guess what it's going to be, but it's going to be my pre-workout meal today as well. It's actually moved from meal number one last off season to meal number two this off season. I'm very much looking forward to it, but that went in too easy. Now I'm going to block off a little bit of additional work again, and then it will be time for meal number two. So, the contents of meal number two. Now, as you can see here, chicken prepped for today, chicken prepped for tomorrow, but that doesn't matter. What matters the most, and the most important There's always a delivery whenever I'm trying to film something. New laptop day because we've got another new project, the big worker.
New project, new laptop, whoop, whoop, day one.
Guys, back to what I was saying. The most important part to this whole entire video, the most important part to my post prep, and something that I have missed for almost 9 motherfucking months. 9 motherfucking months, like way too long. The best of the very best. Scrambled eggs and big boy bagels. Nothing but Warburtons. Please do not get New York big boy. Oh, I'm not even going to speak anymore, guys. In about 1 second, I'm going to do like a massive click with my fingers, try and make a cool transition. Probably going to fail at it miserably, but by the time I click my fingers, this meal will be made. Wow. Can we please just take a second? Almost 9 months later, 6 turkey rashers. We've got 2 whole eggs. We've got 4 egg whites. We've got 2 big boy bagels, and we're washing it down with the best of the best iced cotton candy smack sugar-free Red Bull. But on a serious note, guys, I actually feel emotional. I feel emotional looking at this. I've waited so long. I have waited so fucking long on this. This is gonna hit totally different. Oh man. I've waited so long.
Good.
You've got no idea. You have got no idea. No, that's like this was a solid 11 in the off season. Almost 9 months later, I think it's actually a 19 at least.
I was going to say a 22.
Yeah, I would say a 22 in fact, actually. Oh, this is honestly, like, please just hope that focus is so hard on it.
Yeah. There you go. And we're very out of practice, so these in the off season would be bad turkey rashers, but
yeah. Like, this is genuinely just, this is way better than any cheap meal or anything that you could ever think about. Like, honestly, this is, I've never tasted anything like it. Yeah.
really that good.
Mm-hmm. But
Enjoy them.
no more filming. I'm gonna sit and enjoy every single little gram that is gonna be left on this plate of these. This is pre-workout. We're on back today, so it's moved from meal number 1 to meal number 2 now, because of course we're keeping pancakes as meal number 1. But aside from that, I'm going to sit and enjoy this and not put any pressure on the content of having to film it, because when I do that, I don't enjoy my food. And this is being enjoyed 1000%. So I'll catch up with you guys when we're about to make up some supplements. Intra workout wise, absolutely buzzing. We have got a level up V2 and we have got carb up right back in there for the first time. And what I'm going to say, I think maybe like 3 or 4 months. So having an intra carbohydrate back in, I have never looked forward to so much in my life. Honestly, guys, the amount of value that something like an intra carbohydrate does provide to your sessions is genuinely unbelievable. Pre-workout of choice today, DFib V3. I can only apologise because this is obviously on the front camera, so it's the other way around. However, Liam over at HR Labs has actually just let me know about a massive restock that has just happened of DFib V3, because it has been out for a little while now. It's very under demand, so I would strongly suggest, guys, that if you don't want to miss out again, I'm not sure how much has came in, but he has told me there's been a restock. So if you are looking to get your hands on DFib, get it right now. As always, anything from HR Labs, Kiffy15. If you use my code, it's very much appreciated. It does help me a lot. It does support me. And like I say, it means everything to me. So pre-workout of choice today anyway, level up Carb up back in first time. I am so looking forward to this one. And of course Hydro EA in my strength shop. Half-gallon jug for today's back session. As always guys, immediately post-workout, 2 scoops, rapid recovery, 50 grams fast-acting carbohydrates, 25 grams fast-acting proteins. So of course we've got to include this in the full day of eating. Unbelievable. And we've got that post-workout meal, so after rapid recovery, we've changed it up. We have changed it up. Well, to be fair, we've still got the white potato in here, so we've actually got 425 grams, 210 grams fillet steak, and a side of broccoli, because to be fair, my broccoli couldn't fit on here. A little bit of peppercorn sauce. We don't know what's in that. We absolutely do not know what's in that. That's not going to be tracked. Realistically speaking, that's not going to be tracked because I have got a slither of it. Sarah's got about pretty much the whole packet of it, but
it's also not going to be tracked.
Yeah, none of that's going to be tracked for you. That is going to go down an absolute treat. We're going to also wash it down with, Sarah's got a 7-Up, 0 sugar. I, of course, am going in with a fresh freezing cold Pepsi Max. Would you believe it? I've actually only had one bottle of Coke Zero post-show, and we're now like 4 days post-show, 3 days post-show. Sarah's had about 94 cans of fizzy juice. However, like I say guys, I'm going to get tucked into this. I'm not going to show you anymore, but to be fair, you're going to know it's going to go down a treat. And yeah, this is going to be post-workout after my rapid recovery.
Good.
That pepper sauce is unbelievable. Pudding after the white potato and the steak. So when I went to the gym this morning, I forgot to take water with me, so I had to buy water. There was a £5 charge, so I had to spend £5 just to get some water. So we went in with one of these. Well, I was actually recommended very highly, and from what I did see, these were literally sold out. Like, I got the last one, and apparently they did sell out pretty quickly. So I'm hopefully, with the big licks that they were getting given, I'm hoping that it is going to hit. Now, it's a Naughty Boy Esco high protein layered bar. 20 grams protein, 2.4 grams sugar, 200 calories, and it is white chocolate caramel biscuit flavour, which, to be fair, that is right up my street. Oh.
It looks really nice.
That actually is really fun good. And I would genuinely tell you if that was shit. But that actually is really good. It's not as, like, it's not as, what is it?
Like stodgy.
Yeah. It's actually quite soft. Do you know, like a grenade bar is quite like, it's very dense. It's very hard to like chew. It's quite
stodgy.
Yeah. Like, this is actually quite soft.
Yeah, got it.
See it?
Yeah, looks good, like.
So, to be honest with you, I'm probably going to have to give that I'm actually going to say like a 9. That's just
Not
as
good.
good as the white chocolate Oreo. 100%. And just as good as the white chocolate. Well, is it just as good as the white chocolate and almond cookies? I don't think it's as good as them. Next meal, guys, looking absolutely incredible. In here, what we've got is 165 grams of raw weight chicken breast and some Uncle Ben's. In fact, it's just called Ben's Original Basmati and Jasmine Reese. I actually picked this up when I was in Germany and never ate it, and the only reason I'm eating it is because I refuse to let anything go to waste, even though I've got a lot more rice in the cupboard. So I don't actually know what this means. However, we'll go in with the packet anyway. So it's 220 grams cooked weight. So I'm unsure what it is in raw weight for anybody that obviously tracks their rice by raw weight, but you'll get the macros and calories on the screen anyway, but it tastes a little bit different, so that this obviously means something. Not got a clue what it is. If anybody knows what this is, drop a comment down below and let me know. But this is going to be my next initial meal. I'm going to put a nice bit of pink Himalayan salt on it, because to be honest with you, I'm still only a big fan of this over just putting a shed load of sauce on anything. Also just been out to get last and final steps of the night. Not that I actually have a main step goal or anything like that, I just like to go out a walk a couple of times per day, every single day. It was what we done in prep, it's what's going to happen in the off season, it's what I done last off season, it's what I done last prep. Nothing really changes on that side. Went to pick up the Gasp stuff from the local pickup shop, because we always get it delivered there, because UPS are the worst delivery company on the planet, and they cannot deliver it to my house. Therefore, we always just get it delivered to the parcel shop. Totally forgot that there was a couple of orders. Totally forgot that one of them was gonna weigh almost 7 kilograms. Yeah, and trust me, it's not around the corner. So that was a lovely find whenever we got there. 7 kilogram box and a cheeky little bag's worth of stuff as well. I'm not going to include that in this video. To be fair, I might include it in the next video. I can't even remember what was in it. So to be honest, I don't want to end up adding on like an extra 5-minute haul to this video when it's a full day of eating. So that is exactly what we will keep it to. However, if you're ordering anything from Gasp or Better Bodies for that matter, Kiffy15, guys, if you use my discount code, it is very much appreciated. So please, just fucking use my discount code. Give you guys a little guess. What does this taste like? What does that taste like? Chicken and rice. Absolutely incredible. Next meal, going in. Probably not going to even touch the sides. Might even have another chicken and rice meal. I've not actually decided. I've got a couple of options for another meal before we head to bed, which is probably just going to be my last and final meal, whether I have maybe a little snack or something like that in there. Macros will be hit by the end of the day without a shadow of a doubt. Like, I have got a specific amount of protein, carbohydrates, fats, we're just kind of keeping to that kind of bare minimum. I'm not really looking to take in anywhere over that kind of 50 gram of fat marker max, purely just down to the fact of coming off a very low fat diet. I really just don't want to start loading fats in too quickly, so they are going to stay very moderate for me anyway. Not super low, but moderate anyway. Let me just actually quickly tell you exactly where my current macros are sitting for today. We are currently sitting at 285 grams of protein. We are currently sitting at 429 grams of carbohydrates, which is actually not that much.
That's good, yeah.
And we are currently sitting at, guess how many grams of fat? Guess.
45 grams.
Really close. 49 grams.
That was close.
So, my people, we have decided against the yogurt rice cakes, and we're going to go in with something ever so slightly different. I mean, it's just another chicken and rice meal, unfortunately. However, it is definitely something a little bit different. Now, this was definitely a spontaneous prep buy, which I ordered on my deplete last week. However, it's been something that I have wanted to try for quite some time, and I've just never really took myself around to it. To be honest, I've always been that stingy person that's been like, I'm never going to try them. Like, I absolutely don't want them. I'm just going to make my own. And to be fair, like, I would probably recommend to anybody who is trying to meal prep or who is trying to lose body fat, who is trying to stay accountable, who is trying to establish a routine, it would be get involved yourself rather than just trying to buy prep stuff. However, muscle food, I'm not sure if anybody has ever tried anything from these people, but I thought, fuck it. I got an email offer and I was like, you know something, that actually is pretty cheap and I'm just gonna try it. So I ordered a bunch of these meals, which I got 12 of them, I believe. And it was literally only like 25 quid. So to be fair, that was a win in itself. Now, they're not like high in calories or anything like that. So I've got a high protein satay chicken, which to be honest, like they're little like protein pots, I believe. I mean, they're 355 calories, so obviously there's not really that much in them, but I kind of more so thought about them as like a little snack. Convenience. I like when I move to the off season as well, especially if I'm traveling, especially if I've got a lot on, which there is a lot happening right now, and there is a lot coming up. I love convenience, so that is something that we definitely do try and work around to the best that we can. That is also why whenever I prep food, I always prep way in advance, just because I always want to try and free up as much time. These, whether I keep them in for the next initial 10 meals or whether I keep them in for the next initial 10 months, I don't know. However, back to this. Satay chicken, 355 calories. There's only 7 grams of fat in one of these, which is actually alright. There is 32 grams of protein. They are low in sugar, so there's literally 0.4 grams sugar in them, which is absolutely perfect. Carbohydrate wise, there is per pot, there's only 40 grams carbohydrates in them, so they're very low in carbs. I'm assuming they're kind of more so aimed towards dieting. However, I am no doubtably just going to probably keep these in just for like the odd snack here and there, but we're going in with the satay chicken anyway. We are also going in with the staple basic. We have got super fresh OJ, the absolute best. I mean, it's alright. It's not like incredible, but for like a little snack, like it'll probably only take me a couple of minutes to eat. But for what it is, and for like an extra 32 grams protein, it is actually not the worst. Time currently is 22:26. So to be fair, I have been up for quite a long time. I'm looking to get to bed around 11:15, 11:30. So there might be time for something else in there if I really want it. If I don't want it, I'm not going to have it. I'm not forcing myself into anything. It's definitely something that I am actually struggling with post-show, and that is having anything off plan, to be honest. Not necessarily down to the part of I don't want to put body fat on, I don't want to put weight on or anything like that. I think being so deep into my specific foods and you guys know obviously anyway, I do crave things, like I crave my turkey rashers, crave my bagels, obviously. That is, to me, that's like something off plan. But I'm talking about things like pizza, burgers, I'm talking about things like donuts, cookies, all of that sort of stuff. Like, I found it a lot harder this time around coming off and haven't, like, I've not had anything yet. Like, I've literally not had anything. The worst possible thing would be a protein bar. And it's definitely something that I am struggling with. I am coming to terms with it. I am obviously doing my very best. Like, it's not that I need to force myself to have something off plan, but I do of course need to take myself away from just trying to eat very high volume, low calorie foods more than anything else. So obviously I live this lifestyle anyway, regardless whether I'm on prep or off season. But at the same time, I do need to ensure that I'm eating enough. So it's not necessarily the part of coming off plan and just eating shit. But like last time around, I came off plan and like I was, immediately I was having cookies. I had a burger straight away, which there's nothing wrong with. But this time around, I've definitely struggled a lot with that one. Just because it's like, I think I've been just so deep into what I've been doing. And even things like sauces, I've been like, not scared to put sauces in, but I've just kind of been like, right, I'm like just not gonna have that. Or like even with the pepper sauce tonight on the steak, I was like to Sarah, I was like, I really just don't want like next to any sauce whatsoever. But she has been a great help. And like even like the fat content side of things as well, like I went to get the rice cakes and then I put them back because I was like, there's way too much fat in them. There's literally like 1 gram of fat in a rice cake, right? But I was just like, there's way too much in that, because I'm also very used to a very low fat diet. So I'm like, shit, if I take in this much fat, like what's gonna happen? But I've had some nice words with really good people around me who I trust more than anything else, and that has been a massive help, which I definitely do need, and I need to take on board, because if I don't, then I'm gonna waste time, and that is something that obviously I can't afford to do. However, I will do my best to get on top of it. You guys are on the journey anyway, so I'll keep you guys updated. And just like that, the first initial off-season full day of eating is complete. I'm going in with 200 grams of your finest green seedless grapes. Why? Because they have been in the fridge since the grapes went in on my first day of carb up last week, and I refuse to let anything go to waste. So we've decided not to go in with the rice cakes. I'll have them tomorrow, guys. We're actually going out for dinner tomorrow night, which I'm really looking forward to. We're going to a place called the Rib Room here. It's a local place at the Ramside Spa Hotel, which, to be fair, is an incredible steakhouse. Yes, steak again, which, to be honest with you, I know it's going to be like 10 times better than obviously the steak that we had tonight. Home cooked. It was literally just a Tesco finest steak. So to be fair, it was incredible. However, I know that it's not going to touch what we're going to get tomorrow night. Regardless of that, looking forward to that one for sure. But we are just going to wrap this one up here. So it's something else that, to be fair, throughout this off-season phase, I do actually want to incorporate and keep quite a bit more fruit in, just from a micronutrient perspective. Not really that much of a fan of, to be honest, really that many fruits. However, it's definitely something that I am going to try my best to be able to keep him for a little bit of a longer period of time, especially right now whilst my kind of taste buds are still dead. I'm getting better at trying better things very quick, and it's definitely something that I want. I crave that kind of additional variety of good foods back, as you guys know already, so to be fair, that's where I'm at. We'll just wrap this one up here. So the final total macros for today is 325 grams protein, is 515 grams carbohydrates. So to be honest with you, not that much whatsoever. Like I'm not full or anything like that, but I'm content, I'm happy, I'm all good with that. And we finished on 61 grams of fats, which, to be fair, I'm not going to be eating steak every single day. That rice as well, I do believe, actually tapered it up to around, I think, something like 8 grams of fat or something like that in it. So to be fair, I'm not going to be having that every single day. So in all honesty, I'm probably still going to fall between that kind of maybe 45, 50 to 60 grams of fat. But like I say, guys, I'll keep you updated regardless of where we're at. Hopefully you could enjoy that one. Maybe a little bit of a boring full day of eating, but still the first full day of eating that does include turkey rashers, which, to be honest with you, is all I actually give a fuck about. Please do not forget to drop the video a like for me if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you all in the next video.